All right. What is up, everybody? What's good? Squaring everything away right now. All right, there we go. All right, what's up, everyone? Thank you for your patience. I know that was quite the long wait there. I don't know what's going on with my tech, but literally everything's like taking an absolute like everything's just crashing all at once. My live feed to watch the game went down. My keyboard wouldn't work. My camera wouldn't work. You know, when it rains, it pours, which is ironic because it's some beautiful weather here in San Jose. And we're celebrating 408 days. So shout out to all of you area natives, especially those of you who live right here in Shark City. It's 408 day, baby. And no better way to celebrate than hopefully watching the San Jose Sharks earn another dub. 6 games remaining in the regular season for the 2025-26 NHL campaign. And man, they've been saying this for a couple of games now, but it doesn't get really any bigger than this. All right. So let me get everything loaded up here that I was trying to without my keyboard available. My apologies. No excuses. We're just going to start rolling with it here. So let's do our face-off countdown show now, officially beginning. Let's start off with, a look in this game here. Things to look forward to. All right. So as I mentioned just a moment ago, they've been saying that every freaking game is a huge game here. And they've been saying that for a hot minute now. But honestly, it doesn't really get much bigger than tonight's game. I'm just going to be 100 with you because the implications for tonight's game as far as the Sharks' playoff hopes are absolutely huge. San Jose Sharks are 3 points behind the Nashville Predators currently for the second wildcard spot in the Western Conference. And the good news for Sharks fans is that San Jose Sharks have 6 games remaining. That's including this one tonight against the Edmonton Oilers. Meanwhile, the Nashville Predators only have 4. Okay, so fingers crossed. We got to get this done. We're going to need some help. We are no longer really in control of our own destiny. Now, I know when there was 13 games remaining, and I said this like a week ago, that the Sharks really have to win all their games if they really want a legitimate chance of making it to the playoffs. So absolutely must win from here on out, in my opinion, especially when you got a lot of teams that you're facing that are in the race. So Nashville, for example, we got another game against them coming up very soon here, but let's just focus on tonight's game one more time. So just from the top, Sharks are 3 points behind the Predators for that second wildcard spot in the Western Conference. San Jose has 6 games remaining in the season, including tonight against the Oilers. Nashville has 4. The Los Angeles Kings are actually ahead of us right now, so they're in our way. They have 83 points in the standings, and they have 5 games remaining. So, that's pretty close, man. You're cutting it really close here. Edmonton, by the way, it might be a good night for us to get this dub because Edmonton, even though they have the season series lead 2-1, this is the final game, by the way, between these two clubs this season. The last time the Sharks played the Oilers was in Edmonton. The Oilers defeated us 5-3. But the Edmonton Oilers played last night. They lost to the Utah Mammoth. They lost. I was about to call them hockey club. Anyways, a pretty awesome Zamboni they debuted, if I might add. But back to the point is they lost in a 6-5 overtime contest. So they're playing their second game in 24 hours, and they also went into overtime. That means extra time. So hopefully that means that the Sharks are, going into this game with some rest and going off of a dub, having defeated the Chicago Blackhawks on Monday night. Hopefully that means that the San Jose Sharks could, even out the season series and continue to earn points in the standings. We absolutely need that. Of course, Edmonton is currently tied right now for first place in the Pacific Division with the Vegas Golden Knights. This game does not really have any playoff implications outside of the Sharks having currently right now before this game begins a 20.1% chance to make the playoffs. If they win tonight in regulation, that goes up to 30.3%. If they lose in regulation tonight, their playoff hopes go down to 9.8%. So this is a huge game for the San Jose Sharks. All right, let me get to the comment here really quick. Tough game at the Tank on Saturday. Ugly first period, but nice win on Monday. Yeah, for real, bro. I was there. As I mentioned to you guys last week, I was at the Tank on Saturday night. Just so much I could go into that. How much time do we have? About 4 minutes before the Faceoff countdown show, or before the Faceoff is scheduled to drop in San Jose. With these national games, you never really know. Sometimes they kind of extend a little bit. So hopefully, fingers crossed, in about 5 minutes or so, we will actually get some action here. But just to briefly comment what you said, yeah, Saturday night game was tough. Don't want to rain, start pouring it down on, the goaltender. But dude, Askey was off, man. He was off so much that night. And I'm not trying to put it all on him, but I'm kind of getting a little tired of people in many ways kind of making excuses for him. Hopefully he can get a good game because get his game going back up and have some more better performances. Be good in the net because the Sharks are going to need him if we do go to the playoffs. But right now, Nedeljkovic is your starting netminder. We'll go into the lineups in just a moment. Before we get to there, I just want to talk about some players we should watch. These are all the San Jose Sharks players who are currently on hot streaks. Obviously, Michael Celebrini has 11 points in his last 6 games. That's the key matchup that everybody's talking about tonight. McDavid versus Celebrini. McDavid has 126 points, I think, and Celebrini is at 107 right now. So for Sharks fans, we're waiting to see if in the final 6 games of the season, the Macklin Celebrini could eclipse Joe Thornton's franchise record of most points scored in a single season. That's at 114. So Celebrini needs 8 more points to, make that record his own. Right now, currently though, as I mentioned, he's on a hot streak. 11 points in his last 6 games. Eklund, 5 points in his last 3 games. How about William Eklund, bro? He's been on the rise. He's been waking up here in this final couple of weeks of the season. Amazing breakaway goal on Monday night. And what an awesome time to do it in front of his entourage, man. He had a whole bunch of fans who are from his home country in attendance at the Shark Tank on Monday night. So that's what better way to score? Not just to score a goal, but score on a breakaway. That was amazing. Anyways, Alexander Wennberg, an absolutely solid, a stud for us all season long. He is also on a hot streak, having 9 points in his last 7 games played. Colin Graff, of course. That Grill Mac line is back since Chernyshov has been dropped down to the 3rd line. And he has 4 points in his last 4 games. Orlov, surprisingly enough, Orlov is like one of those other blue liners that people very opinionated about. He has 5 points in the last 6 games, all assists. So those are the Sharks that I will be watching tonight, keeping an eye on to make an impact in this game. Now, I was just briefly talking about a moment ago the Sharks lineup. So let's go into that, why don't we? All right, let me put the music down in case it sounds like I'm shouting over it. All right, so tonight's lines for the San Jose Sharks are as follows. My bad. Let me get this over here now. Boom, shakalaka. Boom. All right, so Colin Graff. Again, as we mentioned, the Grill Mac line has been back. Chernyshov has been dropped to the 3rd line. So Colin Graff, Macklin Celebrini, Will Smith are your first line. William Eklund, Alexander Wennberg, and Kiefer Sherwood are your second line. Igor Chernyshov, Michael Misa, and Tyler Toffoli, the 3rd line. And the checking line is Barclay Goodrow, Zach Osachuk, and Adam Gaudette. So Adam Gaudette is in for Ty Dellandrea, which means Ty Dellandrea is your scratch. Defensively speaking, I know a lot of fans are very opinionated about this morning. So for the most part, these lines are the same with the exception of Gaudette in for Dellandrea. I know everyone's asking, where is Regenda? We'll have to wait and see if he gets in the final 5 games of the season. But on the blue line, you have Orlov and Desharnais. This is the one I was talking about, everyone, this morning. John Klingberg is back in. John Klingberg is back in, and everybody is already joking around saying, all right, there goes the season, right? Honestly, I think, and I've said this before, I like to support my players. I like to support the Sharks, the guys who wear the teal uniform. Klingberg is pretty solid, man. He's good, and maybe we're going to need his size and his whatever skills. Hopefully they show up tonight on the power play to, help out the Sharks if they're given a man advantage opportunity to, earn this dub. So your blue liners here is Orlov and Desharnais, Klingberg and Ferraro, Dickinson and Nick Leddy. As I mentioned earlier, Alex Nedeljkovic is your starter in net tonight. Yaroslav Askarov will be backing them up. All right. So I was able to smash through all that. That was awesome. So let's get ready here. Countdown show is pretty much over. That right there is it. The only thing else I really got to say here, my fam, is again, I kind of said it a little bit ago, but for all those that celebrate, want to say happy 408 day. And, hopefully the San Jose Sharks could give us a dub. For those of you who want to know, what do you mean 408 day? San Jose, California's area code is 408, and today is April 8th. So happy 408 day. I know it's 408, but that's how we say it here in the Bay, 408. All right, so let's go Sharks. Let's hope that, they could get a dub. I think I pretty much said all that needs to be said for this face-off countdown show. So let's freaking get this bad boy rolling, man. I'm Aaron James. This is Shark City Hockey's premium live stream, another watch-along party with real-time reaction to the action as the San Jose Sharks are set to face off against the Edmonton Oilers at the Shark Tank. All right. We're coming to you guys live from San Jose, California, the heart of Sharks territory. The Edmonton Oilers are here at the Shark Tank to face off against the San Jose Sharks in what is the final game of the season series. They currently have a 2-1 lead, so we're hoping that Los Tiburones could tie it up. Again, welcome to the live stream. If you're not aware, this is real-time reaction to the action. This is not a live broadcast of the game. This is just a pretty chill until hangout for all of us hockey fans, as the San Jose Sharks absolutely need this dub. We need this dub. So face-off should be starting soon here. As I mentioned, they usually, when it's on the live broadcast, they usually go a little bit over the mark here. So according to the live feed that I got, about 2.5 minutes before we go live for, game on center ice face-off. So with that being said, I'm going to turn up the music. Invite you all to once again comment. Let me know who you think is going to get the first goal for the San Jose Sharks. And I'll step aside real quick, like to get the jersey on and share the stream across our channels. All right. What up? What up? That's right, Sharks or Oilers. San Jose. Yes, sir. That's what I want to see. Of course, all fans from any fan base is welcome on the stream. We usually get many fans from different hockey clubs in the chat. Usually some people have money on the line. All right, looks like we've got a game on, so let's get that squared away. Let's get ready to roll here. For sure. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. We got game on now here in San Jose. So Connor Ingram is in net for the Oilers. Save percentage is below 900, 0.895. Of course I'm excited, bro. I'm always excited for the Sharks hockey. All right, let's do this, baby. Let's go. So our live game action tracker here that I have presented for you all tends to be about 20 to 30 seconds ahead of the actual live stream on our television screens. So I'll be reacting to what we see together, all right? Oh, man. We got someone in the chat saying it's 4 a.m. for you in Germany. Absolutely sleep deprived, but I have so much love for this team. I'm staying up. Thank you for your dedication, sir. I hope that Team Teal could deliver a dub. All right, so we already got the first shot on net registered by the Edmonton Oilers. Looks like that was Josh Samansky. Excuse me. That was Connor McDavid. All right. Man, every time I see Jake Wallman's name pop up in the Oilers, it's like a little tear. Imagine if we had that guy in our squad this season. Oh, well, it is what it is. Oh, an opportunity for Will Smith at the tip right in the front. What a save. I think maybe it got wide, but I think Ingram got a piece of that. Nonetheless, outstanding chance right off the bat within the first 90 seconds for San Jose. So I'm saying it's 10. Oh, you in the East Coast. You're the east side of Canada, aren't you? For it to be 10 o'clock over there? That's what's up. One second, chat. Gonna just share the link with our fam on Threads. Here come the Sharks, though. So Tarta Foley line is out there. That means Mako Misa and Igor Chernyshov are out there, baby. They're operating in the offensive zone. The Oilers are able to clear it, though. All right, looks like Jake Wallman dumps it deep. Alex Nedeljkovic goes out into the trapezoid to play it off to the boards. Here comes Zach Ostapchuk taking the puck from behind his blue line into the offensive zone blue line, but Edmonton's able to clean that up, and they just dump it right back onto net. And I guess that's considered a shot on net by Kasperi Kapanen. So that's 2 shots on goal already. Nice. All right. while we're all here talking about where we are from, this is going to be my first prompt of the night, I guess. I usually say this for later, but where are you joining us from? Rep your city. Comment your city in the comment section. Again, this is an absolute huge game for the San Jose Sharks. If they win this game, their chances of making the playoffs go up to 30%. If they lose, they drop down to 9. Damn. Doesn't get any bigger than this. All right. Sharks generate some chances in the offensive zone, but Edmonton is there to they're sound defensively. No shots on goal registered for San Jose yet. Their best chance was that Will Smith opportunity, almost redirecting the pass onto the crease, but I believe he shot it just wide or directed it just wide. What's up from Minnesota? Welcome to the live stream. And what's up from Toronto? So Moorhead, Minnesota, and Toronto in the house. And of course, shout out to our Shark soldier out there in Germany, 4 a.m. and he's watching this game. Show this Shark fan some love. All right, so man, San Jose Sharks, baby. They're getting awarded their first opportunity on the power play. Let's do this. Looks like Roslovic is called 2 minutes. San Jose Sharks are now on the power play. All right. Dmitry Orlov now from the blue line gives us Smith, who's at the blue line as well. He gives a Celebrini across the rink. Shot by Celebrini, gets blocked by bodies in the front at the face-off circle. Gives it Orlov to the point. Back to Smith. Oh, baby. We got the spoiler already. Oh, yeah, we did it, baby. Power play goal. We did it. Let's see who got it. Celebrini. He centers it. Will Smith gives it to Foley. It goes wide. Smith now recovers the puck by the half wall. So Foley with some support sends it to the blue line. Orlov looking. Sends it to Celebrini. Celebrini winds up. Centers it. That goes across the rink to Smith. Smith to Orlov. Orlov to Celebrini. Celebrini looks, shoots, and he scores! Macklin Celebrini, 108th point of the season, baby! Yeah, baby. San Jose Sharks goal scored by Macklin Celebrini. 4 minutes and 27 seconds into the first period on the power play. San Jose takes a 1-0 lead over Edmonton Oilers, baby. Macklin Celebrini scores on the Sharks' first shot on net, and it happens on the power play. That's what I'm talking about. Damn. That kid's good. That kid's good. I don't know if y'all ever seen Coming to America. That boy's good. Macklin Celebrini gets his 42nd goal of the season, his 108th point of the year. 8 more points. No. 7 more points now, and he has the franchise record for most points in a single season. We got someone already coming. That's why he was number 1 overall. Yes, sir. Okay. What is that? Dude. How is that holding on Misa? My bad. So the San Jose Sharks now are getting penalized. This is some bull shark, in my opinion. I honestly think that this is this has to do with him being a rookie. But Jake Wallman literally hugs Michael Misa's stick. Michael Misa's stick is taken out of his hand from Wallman, wrapping his arm around it, and they call holding on Michael Misa. Bull shark, bro. All right, so trying to give the Edmonton Oilers a chance are the refs. It looks like it's going to be one of those games, Sharks territory. So here come the Oilers on the power play. Oh, my gosh. And you already see the spoiler, fam. As I mentioned, our live game action tracker here tends to be about 30 seconds ahead of what we see on the live broadcast. We're going to react to what we see on the broadcast. But here comes McDavid splitting the D. Turnover by Nedeljkovic. You try to clear it at the point. We said this is going to be a battle between Matt Celebrini and Connor McDavid. And guess what? Freaking Connor McDavid ties the damn game up at 6 minutes and 15 seconds on the power play. Ridiculous. Absolutely effing ridiculous. I'm speaking about the penalty. Obviously, Connor McDavid is one of the best in the league. But that was a bogus penalty. That was a bull shark penalty. But that was a pretty goal by McDavid, if I must say. I don't even know if is that even McDavid? Oh yeah. McDavid centered it right in the crease. The shot gets past Nedeljkovic from Bouchard, sits at the post, the right post, and McDavid just taps it in. Damn. All right, fam. I got you. So anyone outside the Bay not able to find a game on ESPN, WTF. Today's game is a national broadcast on TNT. If you have HBO Max, you can also find it on that streaming platform as well. So if you're trying to watch it through ESPN Plus, more than likely it's going to get blacked out because tonight's game is being televised, broadcasted, streaming on TNT and HBO Max. So that's where you can find the action that we're all watching along to. So 2 power play goals thus far in this game. 2 goals within the first 8 minutes of action. It's going to be a battle, fam. So strap in, buckle your safety belts because we're going for a ride tonight. Let's go. Damn, son. You're welcome. You're welcome. I got you. Someone said, man, when Nedeljkovic plays a puck, I always hold my breath. Really quick, Sharks pressing. Oh my gosh. Chief Keef absolutely robbed. With a shot to point at the crease. My goodness. For me, I think Nedeljkovic, when he played the puck, he just threw it into a bunch of bodies in front of him, threw it in traffic, and that kind of led to a turnover. For me, I hold my breath when Askarov plays the puck because more likely than not, he leaves the cage to do so. He leaves the net wide open. At least Nedeljkovic was still in the crease when he tried to clear the puck on the penalty kill. But for some reason, every live hockey game doesn't show the game. Yeah, it is what it is. All right, so we got our first TV timeout. Let's hope the Sharks could rest up from that. So I want to go over the last 2 goals here. Macklin Celebrini got the scoring started at 4 minutes, 27 seconds. That was assisted by Dmitry Orlov and Will Smith. So Will Smith has his 33rd assist of the year. Orlov is 32nd. Orlov has been an assist machine lately. You heard me earlier say I think it was 5 assists in 5 games. Well, the streak continues. Now he has 6 assists in 6 games played. And then Connor McDavid pretty much says anything Celebrini could do, I could do almost as good. He got lucky. Anyways, Connor McDavid got his 45th of the season power play goal, tied it up at 6 minutes and 18 seconds. That was assisted by Bouchard and Podkolzin. So Got some comments here saying, wow, so far, coast-to-coast action, absolutely. Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate the kind words. Again, this is real-time reaction to the action as the San Jose Sharks are trying to stay in the playoffs, at least in the hunt. They got the Kings over them, and then Nashville holding down that second wildcard spot in the West. You will not find a live stream of the game here, but you will find the live action tracker and real-time reaction to the action from yours truly. So 1-1. Boy, oh boy. I was really hoping that we could kind of build off that momentum, but that was a bogus call on Michael Misa, if you ask me, man. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, that sounds like a homer, but for real, bro, that was like bootsy. Celebrini's goal, super impressive. That came at a 48-degree angle, right in the top face-off circle, off of a wrist shot, about 35 feet away. So, all right, Sharks operating in the offensive zone now. So far, only one shot on net. The goal scored by Celebrini. Here comes Desharnais. He tried to center it to Chief Keefe, but McDavid is there, stick checking the puck away. Okay, now I'm holding my breath with Nedeljkovic going out to play the puck in the trapezoid. Almost coughed it up while he left the cage wide open. Here comes Michael Celebrini to clean it up. He passes it to Desharnais, who just skates it up to the center ice and slaps it down for a line change. All right. Ferraro and Kleinberg are out there for the defense now. Here's Max Celebrini. He tried to feed Will Smith, but Will Smith kind of coughed that puck up. Both teams just struggling to enter the offensive zone. Ingram plays the puck and gets challenged by Will Smith, but his D's there bail him out. Now a turnover high in the slot for Oilers. Here's the Sharks now. Celebrini tries to give it to Kleinberg at the point. He doesn't seem to find the puck, and the Sharks have to reset. Oh, Michael Misa with the beautiful forecheck causes a turnover in the offensive zone behind the goal line. Now it's a Foley and Misa battle for it alongside the half wall. Top of the rink, right side of Ingram. Back to the point for Dickinson. Dickinson, one too many Deeks. Coughs it up for a breakaway for the Oilers, who shoots it, and that goes wide. Thank God. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, another shot goes off the post for the Oilers. It's getting dangerous out there, fam. That was Jake Wallman hitting the post. Before him, Jack Oslavic shot it wide on his breakaway opportunity. Scary. Oh, we got some Oilers in the chat now. That's what's up. Someone's saying, you thought the game is yours. Don't start smirking yet. All right, fam. Dude, I gotta look at this replay one more time. So I don't know what Sam Dickinson was doing, but that's just ridiculous, dude. All right, face off deep in the Sharks zone. Blocker side of Nedeljkovic. That would be bottom or his right-hand side. Bottom face-off circle. Sharks are able to clear the zone, but it goes out of play. It looks like we're in the bench, so the face-off will remain in the Sharks defensive zone when they return from the TV timeout. Got someone asking, yo, where you get the play-by-play? But the play-by-play comes from yours truly. No, just kidding. The live game action tracker is if you look in the description of our YouTube videos, we always have the description there. So, shout out to most of our data. So most of the graphics that you see here are curated by yours truly. I don't create them. I just, I edit them. But the live game action tracker is a graphic that's made by Sports Radar. So that's where you get that from. Pardon me. All right. Yeah, for the most part, I try to do my due diligence of crediting our resources, right? So what I really wish I had, which I'm considering diving into, my fam, is like that NHL Edge, those advanced analytics and stats where they show you how much miles per hour the pucks are shot and passed and how much miles per hour players are skating at. Diving into that a little bit. So who knows, maybe toward the end of the season, maybe the beginning of next season, maybe during the playoffs, because let me know in the comment section if you want me to do this, but I'm actually considering doing live watch along parties for the playoffs regardless if the Sounds of the Sharks make it or not. But maybe sometime in the next couple of weeks, I might start to have a little bit even more advanced features. But for the most part, you should find what we use in our YouTube description in the video. So we got some emoji game in here. We got some Sharks fans. We got some Oiler fans. Again, the Edmonton Oilers played last night. They lost in overtime to Utah 6-5. So we're hoping that they're going to be tired here. But right now it's a tie game. Both goals coming on the man advantage on the power play. So we'll see what happens. But we got game on right now. TV timeout has just commenced. Sharks able to win a face-off and clear the zone. Will Smith now taps to the Colin Graff. Colin Graff sends it alongside the other opposite side of the half wall to Will Smith, who chips it right back to Graff, who's now on the trapezoid. He has Celebrini for some support. He tried to center it. Celebrini got the shot blocked. Celebrini retrieves his rebound. Tried to give it to Smith, who was chilling by the faceoff dot, but that goes off his tape and onto the defender of Edmonton. They clear the zone. They dump in the Sharks zone. Sharks retrieve the puck, send it all the way down, but icing is waved off. Let's go, Sharks. All right. Battle in the Sharks zone. Wenberg and Leddy are at the half wall. Stick lift on Wenberg allows the Oilers to send it to the point. They try to pass it behind the net. Misses the intended player. Sharks able to clear the zone. Nice poke check in the neutral zone by Wenberg. Turnover by Edmonton, but somehow that's icing. Hey, tomorrow I might come back because I gotta sleep, and if you're live streaming the game, I watching good night. Oh, I see you came here for trade secrets and now you dipping. Just kidding. Thank you so much for trying to, stay up. I know you are looking at the sun probably. Excuse me. The sun already said it's about 10 o'clock over there for you on the other side of Canada. So, good night. I do hope the Sharks win, and we will be live tomorrow, by the way. So tonight and tomorrow we'll have a live watch-along party. On Saturday, yours truly will be at the tank, so no watch-along then. And just might get back together on Monday night. I play hockey. Monday nights are usually when I'm lacing them up. But depending on how things go the next couple of games, we might be right back here. Because it's going to come down to the wire. It's coming down to the wire now. But all right, good night. I've got someone saying, hi, everybody. I'm a fan of San Jose since 1991. All right. Welcome to the live stream. Got some more shark emojis here. Appreciate it. All right, Desharnais is able to win the battle behind the Sharks' nets in the trapezoid. Looks like we got delayed penalty coming up. Desharnais did look to kind of get tripped up there, so Edmonton is about to be on the penalty kill again. San Jose scored on their power play, as did the Oilers. So let's see what happens here. Who's the guilty party? Oh, looks like it's too many men on the ice. Okay, I didn't think so. Damn it, I'm going to stop reading off NHL.com. It was hooking. NHL.com, who's running your page? Anyways, so hooking on Desharnais. And we got another Sharks power play, baby. Let's get that chomp chomp in the comment section. Time to put on our power play. Chomp chomp, baby. Let's go. Let's get another goal. All right. Finally, San Jose registers its second shot on goal. That took a hot minute. Michael Celebrini got the only other shot on goal. Right off the face-off. Right off of the face-off, the Sharks put it on net for the second shot of the night. Ingram covers it up. Face-off now again, and the Oilers are able to win that, and now they do clear the zone. All right, Orlov gives it to Celebrini, who drops it for Smith. They exit their zone. Smith carries the puck across the blue line into the Oilers defensive zone. He tries to center for Celebrini. That shot is blocked. Celebrini just got absolutely thrown into the boards. Why is that not another penalty? It is what it is. Sharks holding the zone, keeping the offensive pressure alive. Back and forth passing between Wimberg and Toffoli. Now Will Smith, pardon me. Will Smith to the point. Orlov now. He gives it to Celebrini. Celebrini skates back to the blue line. Passes to the center to Toffoli, who tried to feed it to Celebrini. Celebrini gets in the center. Oh, shot goes high and wide. 35 seconds. 35 seconds remaining on power play as the Oilers clear down the ice. Got it saying Oilers look good. Wish we had easier team to play while we're hunting for a playoff spot. Yeah, for real, man. They do not look like they played last night, huh? Then again, the Sharks kind of making it a little bit easy for them, as this power play more than likely is going to be killed here. But the Sharks have an opportunity to maintain the offensive zone pressure, and then they don't. The ref has his hand up. Must be for offside. That's the lineman. Welcome, by the way, from Quebec. Appreciate you joining us here for our live watch-along party. Oh! Kleinberg taking down the zone. That's a big guy to take down. That's not an easy task. All right, under 4 minutes here in the first frame. Come on, boys. Oh my gosh. And who was that? He absolutely got turned around. Was that Desharnais? I think that was Desharnais. He got absolutely smeared across the freaking plexiglass in the trapezoid, man. Edmonton is starting to lay the body. Getting really physical out there. Battle for the puck in the Sharks zone. Sharks got their a blend of their checking line and their third line. I see Eklund out there with Gaudette and Ostapchuk. That is not normal, unless of course Ryan Rosofsky is changing up the lines again. Absolutely. Go Sharks. I appreciate y'all chatting it up as the chats are growing a little bit here. We're going to start putting them on display right there for you all. So feel free to chat amongst yourselves, ask questions, make proclamations, make your predictions. While we're on a TV timeout, I'm going to ask one more time to rep your city, rip your hood. Let me know where you're coming through from, all right? I'll turn up the music real quick, as we're on a TV timeout. We got a question saying, who scored for San Jose? I'll give you one guess. Macklin Celebrini. Who scored for Edmonton? I'll give you one guess. Connor McDavid. So we'll see how this one ends up. Again, under 3 minutes remaining in the first frame. I'm glad you found us here too. I appreciate you all with your kind words. I'm going to do that shameless plug and say don't forget to smash the like button right now, and don't forget to subscribe and all that jazz. If you have any other hockey fans out there in your own hockey community, please share this live stream. We'll be live again tomorrow night when the Sharks I don't even want to think about tomorrow night, man, because this game is like absolutely crucial. But tomorrow they'll be playing Anaheim Ducks, so another one of those top 3 teams in the Pacific Division. And we did pretty good. We did pretty good against them last time, so I'm not tripping too hard. But man, this game, 5 more remaining, and each one of them is going to be absolute test. Thank you so much for liking and subbing. I really appreciate your support and your primary assist in our goal, baby. All right. We are back at the tank. It looks like Vincent Desharnais is getting called for that looks like delay a game because that puck went straight up into the air and over the glass. So I guarantee that's exactly what it is. So Edmonton is on a power play. The refs have been they have been trying to they're not making the ice tilt. Surprisingly, they're really giving each squad like an even opportunity here, even though I think that Michael Misa penalty was absolute bull shark, but it is what it is. All right, 90 seconds remaining on the man advantage for Edmonton. They exit their zone, drop pass to McDavid. McDavid with that speed takes it from blue line all the way to almost the Sharks goal line. He now sends it back to the point. Back to McDavid. McDavid looking, head shakes, sends it to the half wall. Now he switches places and takes it from the half wall, tries to center it. So it looks like Nugent Hopkins out there, but they're unable to connect, so they go right back to the point. Now back to McDavid at the goal line. McDavid tippy-toeing his way to the faceoff spot. They're pinching. They have 3 forwards surrounding the net, and their 2 defenders are coming up almost 30 feet away from the freaking the crease. Edmonton shoots it wide. Oh my gosh. Is it Vasily? Vasily Podkolzin? I don't have a Patreon. I'll be 100 with you. I don't do this for monetary gain. I do this because I'm a fan. I love being creative, and I love connecting. I love to bring community together, especially the hockey community. And all I'd ask is a sub, and perhaps consider following us on social media. Instagram is our content hub at Shark City Hockey, but I don't have a Patreon, and I don't try to monetize off of my fellow fans. Maybe one day, who knows? No, I'm just kidding. But all real talk, I just really enjoy doing this, and I appreciate you all coming through and participating in this. All right, so unfortunately, the power play seems to be where it's at for both these squads. Edmonton scores on the power play at 1 minute and 22 with 1 minute 22 seconds remaining. Podkolzin gets his 19th goal of the season, assisted by Nugent Hopkins and McDavid. McDavid with 85 assists is insane. So, as it looks right now, the Edmonton Oilers are going to take a 2-1 lead into the freaking first intermission. So, oh man, if the Sharks don't manage to surrender another one here, come on, baby, just 30 seconds, get it out of there. $20 seconds remaining here. All right. I think the Sharks are going to get out of this period just down by 1, which is solid. That's all I could ask for right now. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, fam. So that right there is the first period. Sharks are trailing by 1 goal, 2-1. Your goal scorers in this one, pardon me if I'm not saying this correctly, but Vasily Podkolzin. And then you have Connor McDavid. That's who you got for the Edmonton Oilers. And Macklin Celebrini does it for the San Jose Sharks. So 2-1. We will go into some more details. And homie just copied and pasted his comment again. That's all good. We're going to smirk. It ain't over till it's over, baby. All right, we got 40 more minutes of hockey left. Right now I'm going to trim up the music a little bit. Get some agua because Sharks need water. And when we come back, we're going to do our intermission report. So, chill, talk till, or, spill that oil if you're an Oiler fan. We'll be right back here, all right? All right, fam. We're back. Time for that intermission report. Pardon me, I need a little bit of energy. Some apple cinnamon here. I don't know if it's just like a force of habit or whatever, but every time the intermission comes up, it's like you gotta go get something to snack on, right? Especially when you're in the Shark Tank. All right, speaking of which, man, some absolute amazing finds at the Shark Tank the last time I was there. Got this awesome jacket I posted on the Instagram, so I was just kind of plugging that earlier. So if you want to check it out, beautiful jacket, beautiful jacket. But let's talk about this game here. All right, so the intermission report here at Shark City Hockey's live watch-along parties with real-time reaction to the action goes down as such. We go through the box score, we go through the face-off summary, we talk about goaltending performance. When we talk about shots on goals, we typically also visit who contributes to those stats. So let's dive right into it. Score right now is 2-1. Edmonton leads after 20 minutes of hockey. They have 8 shots on goal. San Jose has 3. Now I said we go into who contributes to those stats. I'll be 100 with you. We usually just keep it teal. So most of these stats are going to be completely like Shark sided. All right. So for the Sharks, obviously Macklin Celebrini, he got 1 shot on goal because he was the one to score on the first shot. He also got another shot on goal. So of the 3 shots on net, he has 2 of them. Ty Toffoli has the only other lone shot on goal for San Jose. In the faceoff dot, San Jose right now is currently winning the battles. 56% of the faceoffs are going their way. That's 9 out of 16 total faceoffs in that first period. We're going to just briefly cover the summary. So, how do I want to do this? Let's just break it down. So we'll go into even strength, power play, and shorthanded faceoffs. The Sharks are 8 for 11 on even strength. That's 73%. 1 for 3 on the power play, 33%, and 0 for 2 all shorthanded, 0%. So again, that whole total accumulates to 56%, and that's 9 out of 16. Now let's break it down by zone. They're 1 for 3 in the offensive zone, 33%. 4 for 8 in the defensive zone, 50%. 4 out of 5 in the neutral zone, 80%. Again, San Jose Sharks won 50%, 56% of the faceoffs, 9 out of 16. Alexander Wenberg is contributing to that number. He's won 4 out of 8 face-off attempts for 50% of his of wins going his way. Macklin Celebrini is 3 for 5, 60% of face-offs, won by number 71. Michael Misa is 1 for 1, and Adam Gaudette is 1 for 2. Someone wants to quiz me. Question for you. I'm assuming that is first goalie playing with San Jose in 1991. You're gonna quiz me right on top of my head. Damn, you're making me go way, way back. So I know that we had Urbe, Flaherty. We had so many goalies, but I'm sure you want to know who was the goaltender on the very first night. And I'm going to be 100 with you. That curveball right now, I'm going to have to get back to you on that one because I'm knee deep in this intermission report. So give me 1 second. I'm going to shut up. Damn it, I'm going to bust out my 1991 inaugural season book. Anyways, you know what? That's bugging me now. That should be top of my head knowledge. First goalie to play with the Sharks. We're going to Google it. We're going to cheat here. Okay. That's the guy I couldn't think of. Jeff Hackett. Why can't I think of that guy? I don't know why. All right. But as far as who played the first ever game in our history, I don't know. Was it Jeff Hackett? Anyways, but some other. So I said Flaherty. I said Urbe, Hayward, Hackett, and then some name that I cannot pronounce. I'm going to be 100 with you. I cannot pronounce it for the life of me. But yeah, there it is. That's the one. That's the one I cannot pronounce. That's the one I'm trying to dance around. Oh, man. Now you can roast. It's all good, man. I ain't tripping. All All right, back to this. And thank you, by the way. Thank you. A little history lesson for some of you New San Jose Sharks fans, and some history, brush up on my history over here. All right. So power play opportunities. That's pretty much been the name of the game so far. Oilers are 2 for 2. Damn, dude. To be 100 with you, I think one of those is bull shark. It is what it is. So in that first period, the Sharks were awarded the first power play opportunity. I believe it was for what was it? Too many men on the ice at 3 minutes and 38 seconds. So the Sharks were able to score. That made it 1-0. A few minutes after that, so that's a 3:38, and then at 5:15, Michael Misa got called for holding against Jake Wallman. That's the one I think is bull shark. Jake Wallman literally wrapped his the pit of his left arm onto the stick and hugged it of Michael Misa. He literally like skated and made the stick come out of Misa's hand and drop to the ice, but they called holding on Michael Misa. It is what it is. That right there allowed the Oilers to tie it up. Sharks then got called for, the Oilers then got called for hooking against Vincent Desharnais. Sharks were able to capitalize on that. And then Vincent Desharnais got called for 2 minutes for delay of game, puck over glass. And the Oilers were able to get a power play goal on that. So Oilers are 2 for 2 tonight. Sharks are 1 for 2 so far after 20 minutes. Remember, I was saying that the Oilers are starting to pick up the physicality and lay the body. They got 14 hits in that first period. Sharks only got 3. So, when we have Desharnais and we have Klingberg out there, my expectation was that, okay, we're bringing them out for physicality. Unfortunately, what I've seen that first 20 minutes, and those guys get absolutely bodied. So someone needs to step it up, bro. Someone needs to step it up, because we cannot be having like almost 4 times the amount of hits being laid on us and not answering back. Got to give out a receipt for all you wrestling fans out there. If you want to dive a little bit more, we got 3 block shots for each team, 4 giveaways for the Oilers, 9 for San Jose. That's something I got to clean up as well. 3 takeaways for San Jose and 0 for the Oilers. So we're kind of winning in that department. All right, quick look around scores happening around the league or earlier tonight. The Sabres defeated the Rangers in Madison Square Garden. So the Buffalo Sabres defeated the New York Rangers by a score of 5-3. And the Washington Capitals shut out the Maple Leafs on the road. Washington Capitals scored 4 goals en route to their 4-0 victory over Toronto Maple Leafs. None of these games have playoff implications. So, really the only game, in my opinion, that is like, and I'm throwing shade on the other fan bases in New York, Buffalo, Washington, or Toronto. But to me, this is the only game that is kind of worth watching. I think, it's a good choice to have it being nationally televised. Again, quick reminder, it's on TNT, True TV, HBO Max. Sharks, one of the more exciting younger teams in the league. Matt Celebrini is looking to chase down Joe Thornton for the most points scored in a single season in franchise history. If the Sharks win in regulation tonight, they go from 20% to 30% chance of making the playoffs. If they lose in regulation tonight, their playoff chances drop from 20% to 9%. So, as I mentioned, Nashville does hold the second overall spot, or the second wildcard spot, pardon me, and the Kings are slightly over them. Sharks have a game over the Kings, and I think they have like 2 games over Nashville. So absolutely must win tonight. So, hey, I don't watch hockey, my dude. Based off your knowledge, you got winning. All right, so to be 100% fair with you, I'm going to I'm going to be extremely biased, and I'm going to say San Jose Sharks. I mean, how could I not say San Jose Sharks? But if you are a betting man, and a lot of people in the chat come through when they got money on the line, right now, based off the performance and the score, the deserve to win meter, this is coming from moneypuck.com, is 60% chance that Edmonton Oilers are going to win this game. Now, that percentage is determined after 1,000 game simulations based off of the momentum, right? So right now with the 2-1 lead, Edmonton has the momentum with 8 shots on goal versus 3. Edmonton has a 60% outlook of winning this game. So, but based off of my knowledge, the one thing I love about hockey, and I said this earlier, is it ain't over till it's over. You can kind of see that was true a few games ago for the San Jose Sharks when they became the first team in the National Hockey League history to win 3 games in the last 90 seconds. So some of those games, I believe, we scored 2 goals to get the dub in 90 seconds. So I'm a firm believer that it ain't over till it's over. I've seen some throughout all my years of watching hockey, which, by the way, I was a San Jose Sharks fan. I became a San Jose Sharks fan in 1999 when I went to my first game. I've seen some games go down to the wire. Like, rarely ever is it like milliseconds left on the clock, but I've seen it in the final seconds. So if you're asking because you're trying to make a educated guess on what you want to put your bet on, people would say that right now the deserve to win meter is going to be the Edmonton Oilers, but that's like sacrilegious for me to say because I'm a hardcore San Jose Sharks fan. So I hope that the Sharks will pull it off. All right. Let's see here. I think that's pretty much it for our intermission report. We should be getting ready to go live here for the second period. It looks like the puck's about to drop, so let's get the game clock back on. Let's switch up the period to the second. Let's take away the penalty here, as we're even straight. Let's hope that these guys can get it done. Let's hope they can get it done. For those of you who want to know, puck possession is kind of close, despite the stats kind of being a little lopsided if you just look at it from face value. Edmonton Oilers possessed the puck about 53% of this first period. And all that really means, fam, is just like more often than not, when you talk about puck possession, is that the puck is on the tape of the sticks of said team. But, you know, the game of hockey, it's always back and forth. It could be, you know, like a lot of that time could be spent in neutral zone. A lot of that time could be spent chasing the puck, dumping the puck. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, brother. Good night. You have a good one. Stay safe. We're going to hold it down here in Shark City. For those of you who are joining us late, I am Aaron James, and I'm delivering real-time reaction to the action on this Shark City Hockey Premium live stream, which is a watch-along party. So thank you to all you hockey fans, whether you're coming through from the Edmonton Oilers fan base, the San Jose Sharks fan base, or anywhere around the world. We've had some amazing people in the chat from everywhere. Tonight we have people throughout the States, throughout Canada, and we even had someone at the beginning of the show say, yo, I'm coming through from Germany. So that's not unusual here, but I just want to say I appreciate you all coming through. We've had people join us from Australia, people join us from the UK, all over. So I love, you know, to see you all come together and connect through the coolest sport in the world, and that's hockey. All right, game on, baby. Let's go do this. Another period in store for us. Let's go. Face-off, center ice. Alexander Wenberg against Connor McDavid. Wenberg wins the face-off. Orlov now dumps it deep. Oilers are there at the half-wall cleanup. Eki gets in the way. William Eklund. Oh, an opportunity for the Sharks center ice. They send it back. Nate has a little struggle with the puck, so he sends it back to William Eklund. Eklund now drops it at the half-wall. Pardon my SJ Barkey there. We missed nothing. Puck got stopped. So every now and then you might hear Sebastian James Barkey in the background. Don't mind him. He's a hardcore Sharks fan too. So he's just saying, let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. I'm going to turn up the music here a little bit. Boom. Headphones on. All right, Sharks operating deep in the Oilers zone. Oh, what a nice blast from Misa, but that hit a body. Looks like Murphy was in the way for Edmonton. Oh, Chernishoff, point blank. That went wide left. Sam Dickinson shoots it, and that's wide. Tyler Toffoli from the point shoots it, and that goes wide. Oh my gosh. Get it on net, boys. Come on. 3 shot opportunities within, let's see, 7, 11, 15 seconds. 3 shots from the Sharks, and they all go wide to the right. Yes, sir. Let's do that hockey. I love it. All right, Sharks now in their own zone. They're able to clear it. John Kleinberg sends it up. Looks like Will Smith dumps it. Jake Wallman recovers. He sends it up. Edmonton now going from coast to coast. Here comes McDavid. He shoots it. That gets directed by Ferraro. It goes wide. From the point, the Oilers. Evan Bouchard drops it to McDavid. He throws it toward the net, but it goes wide. Max Jones recovers it at the half wall. Skates it up to the blue line and just dumps it right back down to the goal line. Matt Savoy now from the goal line to the blue line. Sends it back behind the goal line. Oh, come on, dude! Macklin Celebrini is going to get penalized here. This is ridiculous. Just reaching for the puck was Celebrini. He ends up tripping up. Who did he trip up there? Evan Bouchard. I don't know if that's just a veteran move by Evan Bouchard. Sees this, the stick in the skates and goes down. But nonetheless, Macklin Celebrini gets penalized at 2 minutes and 31 seconds into the second period for tripping. And the perfect power play so far for Edmonton Oilers gets another opportunity here. Damn, son. Nugent Hopkins in the faceoff dot against Wenberg. Wenberg wins it. Desharnais to Colin Graff behind the goal line, and Graff is going to dump it all the way down the zone. You know what? It's time to get some luck on our side. Time to bust out the shoulder. Sharky. Let's go. We need to kill this penalty. Shoulder Sharky makes an appearance. Let's do this. Cycling around the Shark zone are the Oilers. Bouchard at the point. Sends it to McDavid. McDavid skating around. Reverses. Sends it back to Bouchard at the point. Bouchard throws it toward the net. It goes wide. Ferraro sends it up to Wenberg. Shorthand opportunity. Colin Graff and Wenberg. They have bodies though. So we're just going to kill some time. Oh no, bad change by the Sharks. Leaving Jack Roslovic wide open on a breakaway. Edmonton gets another goal on the power play. 3-1. What a horrible line change. That's 2 breakaways for this guy. Number 20, is it 28 or 29? Number 28, Jack oh my God, I'm having a tongue twister. Sorry. Roslovic. Power play goal by Edmonton Oilers, scored at 3 minutes and 33 seconds to extend the lead to 3-1, assisted by McDavid. Wow. Horrible line change. For real. So, we got comments saying, man, Oilers make you pay for those mistakes. We see it. Let's watch and react live. Here come the Sharks, baby. Sharks pressing. Barclay Goodrow's out there. Nice turnover, neutral zone. William Eklund centers it. Wenberg behind the net. Goes all the way around to the point. Now here comes Eklund again. Drops it for Wenny. Wenberg looks, shoots. Tipped in the front. William, was that Eklund? Or that was Chief Keefe. Kiefer Sherwood, baby. We're back.
Let's go!
A shark up in the water, baby. Chief Keefe, Kiefer Sherwood gets his 23rd goal of the season, scored 4 minutes and 37 seconds into the second period to make it 3-2. San Jose Sharks goal scored by Sherwood, assisted by William Eklund, his 35th of the year, and Alexander Wenberg, his 36th assist of the season. Let's go. Here come the Sharks now, momentum. Chernishoff tries to connect with Toffoli. Oh, man. Don't call a penalty, please. Okay, good. I was about to say. All right, here comes Chernishoff. Again, opportunity. Battling behind the goal line are the Sharks. Oilers are able to clear it. Oh, turnover by Orlov in his zone. Shot on net. Good save by Nedeljkovic. Bouchard now sends it to McDavid. McDavid back to Bouchard. Bouchard shoots, and that goes wide and out of the zone, baby. Oh, Connor McDavid. Wow. Wow. Son of a biscuit. Dude. Bruh. McDavid with that speed, with that, just what an edge. He just freaking skates right through Nick Leddy. Just that, wow, dude, some strength. Puts his freaking arm out, has one hand on his right hand on the stick. Just skates in a circle from zone entry through the freaking slot. Nedeljkovic went down on his side trying to make a highlight save, but McDavid didn't even pull the trigger yet. So he had a wide open cage to bury it. 4-2. Wow. Connor McDavid gets his 46th goal of the year. He's now on hat trick watch, by the way. 5 minutes and 51 seconds into this period. He is amazing to watch, man. I can't hate on this guy. He's freaking absolutely amazing to watch. But yeah, he's on hat trick watch. He has 4 points already tonight, guys. 2 assists and 2 goals. I was about to joke and say the Sharks finally, they're the only team to score a goal on even strength. And like a minute and 4 seconds after that goal from Sherwood, McDavid answers back. Damn, son. I gotta bring up the chain early, fam. Come on, Sharks. All right. Need some more luck here. We're now chain gang time. Let's go, Sharks. Yeah, that was bad, bro. So to add some context to that comment, I mean, the last 2 goals were just really bad line changes, man. So that power play goal, I don't know if the Sharks, like, first of all, that was just a horrible pass by freaking Alexander Wennberg. Homie just like, I mean, I get it, but like, the Sharks are on the penalty kill. Wennberg at the top of the blue line in the offensive zone. Alexa just dumped the puck deep, but like he gave it to McDavid. Like that's not the guy that you want to give it to when your whole team is going to be on the bench, right? And McDavid just made them pay. He found a Roslovic, just absolute stretch pass, which is why I would love they bring back the 2-line pass. But anyways, that's just old school hockey. And the Sharks were just absolutely caught on a bad change when it was 3-1. Sherwood tried to he brought us back within 1 respectfully, but then again, a bad change. In many respects, to Foley's defense, Smith jumped on the ice before Toffoli was within range of the bench, so he had no other choice but to get off of the ice and onto the bench before it became too many men on the ice. But dude, McDavid gets that at the faceoff dot right outside, like right next to their bench, the Oilers bench by the blue line, and skates that. The Sharks have Chernyshov. Chernyshov is dedicated to a guy, so you have Leddy and Sam Dickinson in the defensive zone. Leddy is at the blue line. McDavid just absolutely skates past both of them. I don't know if Dickinson was just trying to protect the slot, the high danger areas they call it, but McDavid just has both of them in his rearview mirror, waits out Ned Delkovich, and just buries it. So, pardon me, I'm taking forever to react to this goal against, but damn, was that frustrating. All right, Oilers operating in the offensive zone. Sharks got to play some good defense here. Got to get some great line changes. Got to make some opportunities, but damn, they are piling up the shots. 13 shots on goal right now. Sharks only have 4. That means they only have 1 shot on goal so far in this period. They only had 1 shot on goal for the majority of the period before the first ended. So we need some damn offense, man. Let's go. This is getting crazy. McDavid now, hat trick watch, looking almost like poetry with his puck handling skills out there. Thank goodness John Kleberg is able to get a stick on that. Sharks are able to clear the zone. Bouchard dumps it, but the Sharks recover. They clear the zone again, but it just gets to the neutral zone. The Sharks are literally trying to survive right now, man. Come on, baby. Ferraro with the awkward play, the puck off the boards, takes a freaking Edmonton Oilers bounce. They elect to exit the zone to get onside. Stretch pass gets all the way down the zone. Edmonton is absolutely winning all the puck possession battles. They're winning all the forecheck battles. Sharks cannot get outside of their own zone. Let's go, baby. Let's slow it down and let's get a goal back, boys. Come on. Here comes William Eklund. Eklund now from outside his own zone. Dumps the puck. Jake Wallman is there to recover it. Nice forecheck by Eklund. Almost takes his Sharks bounce to Sherwood, but Oilers are able to clear it out. These guys are playing with some like some purpose out there. The Oilers are. This is crazy, bro. Orlov and Desharnais trying to survive. Celebrini, Graf, and Sherwood are out there right now. Come on. Ooh, here is McDavid again, and McDavid is giving Celebrini the business. Wow. This is crazy. Glad you're still awake with us, brother. Is that a penalty? Because that should have been a penalty. Yeah, finally. Let's go. We got a penalty to the Edmonton Oilers now. Looks like too many men on the ice again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, too many men. That's the second too many men on the ice penalty against Edmonton tonight. So let's go. Here's your chance, Sharks. Let's go. Jack Roslovic is going to serve the penalty. Good, because that guy had 2 breakaways, including one that got a goal. Keep him off the ice. All right, here comes Celebrini from his own zone. Skates past his blue line, past center ice, into the offensive zone, and turns the puck over, and it gets knocked out to neutral zone. Sharks dump it back in. Connor Ingram steps out of the net, plays the puck in the trapezoid, and Edmonton clears. Orlov. He sends it to Wenberg, who sends it to Foley, who sends it to Wenberg. Now Wenberg sends it to Will Smith. Will Smith to Orlov, who's in the blue line. Orlov to the faceoff circle where Celebrini's at. He sends it back to the point of Orlov. Orlov's going to send it back to Celebrini, who winds up. Oh, pass to Will Smith, and that goes off his stick into the trapezoid. Looking for a quick one-timer. Celebrini was to Smitty. All right, great zone entry by Celebrini. He gets to Wenberg, who plays the puck up to the point. Orlov has it again. Smith gives it to Celebrini. Not accurate pass, but Celebrini's there. Oh, gosh. A turnover and a shorthanded breakaway for the Oilers. 2 saves. Oh, thank God. Thank you. Here comes San Jose. And another giveaway for it off. Sorry, guys. 2-on-1 for Edmonton the other way. Sorry, people. I'm so sorry. Oh, my gosh. I got to watch this. My bad. Here comes Winnie. Bro, that was crazy. So a breakaway shorthand opportunity for the Oilers, all right? Let me see if I can summarize this really quick as fast as I can as I watch this power play. Power play is over, by the way, but the Sharks still have offensive zone pressure. Come on, Desharnais shoots it. Rebound! Oh, what a save by Ingram off of Keefe. Absolutely doing the splits. Icing. All right, let's try to get this all squared away here. So, I believe it was Jason Dickinson. Let's see. Is that number? No, that's Savoy. Okay. Wow, bro. So Savoy gets a breakaway. He actually beats Nedeljkovic at the left post. The puck squeaks in between his 5-hole and was almost about across the goal line. I believe Desharnais got a stick on it to save it. Then the Sharks turn it over high in the offensive zone, and it was a 2-on-1 opportunity. So that power play was practically all Edmonton, even though they were on the kill. Sorry, guys. I'm a little flustered here, but damn, dude. Edmonton is absolutely trying to put us away tonight. They're not getting any favors tonight. Yep. They had about 3 breakaways, in my opinion, but that last 2-on-1 could have easily been that 4th breakaway. Unless, of course, you count McDavid, but that's not so much a breakaway. I think that was just out hustling, outpacing, just unmatched speed on that goal he scored. But yeah, dude, they're getting a lot of uncontested looks at Nedeljkovic tonight, man. Whew. Blood pressure going up, man. Come on, Sharks. Let them gas themselves out. Come on. Eklund now behind the net. Centering past Celebrini. That looks like it went off of his stick. Maybe a good stick check by Nurse. Some good pressure by the Sharks, keeping the puck deep in Edmonton's zone right now, but we need some shots on net, man. 3 in that first period for San Jose, 4 in this period, so they piled some more shots on. Oh my gosh! Thank you, Nedeljkovic. Josh Szymanski had absolute one-on-one look with Nedeljkovic because they split the Sharks defense there. Oh my gosh. It's getting crazy. Hey, you can't hand pass it in defensive zone? I guess you can. My bad, guys. Edmonton is making my hair grow gray tonight. My gosh, these guys are absolutely putting on a clinic. If I could be 100 with you, they're putting on a clinic right now. All right, 6 minutes remaining, baby. Come on, Sharks. Let's go. Get back in this, baby. Let's go. One more goal. 2 more if you got it in you. But at least 1 more before this period is over. Another turnover in the defensive zone by San Jose. 2-on-1, McDavid. Oh, McDavid gets his freaking hat trick. Damn. Damn. It's just crazy, bro. That was a disgusting turnover by Sam Dickinson to the worst player you could possibly turn it over to. I mean, he didn't turn it over to McDavid. He turned it over to Roslovic. Stress eating. Sorry, fam. Oh my God. Hat trick to McDavid. Wow. Wow. I don't know what else to say, fam. I'm pretty sure, like a lot of you out there in Sharks territory, you're wondering if you're watching this season go away right now. This has been one of the worst defensive displays of the season, and it's coming at the worst time. But like, I love my team. I know a lot of people love to like, especially Sharks fans, they love to like talk about how defensively we're just not there yet. Hold on one second. Come on, Sharks. Oh, damn. Okay. I know a lot of Sharks fans like to say that defensively we're not there yet, etc., etc. But tonight, bro, it feels that way. For everyone that was, oh yeah, oh, Will Smith off the crossbar with a nice steal in the zone too. Yeah, I'm out of words. I think I'm just gonna kind of post up right here and enjoy the next couple of minutes because McDavid is in the Shark zone right now. So who knows what the heck he's gonna do? Here he is with the puck. Looks like he's gonna try to skate around the defenders again. Nade knows how to play the body and kind of gives him a little shove, but McDavid has a shot from the freaking point, and Nedeljkovic had to fight that off. Wow. Wow, bro. I don't know if this is our season or not, but it's starting to feel that way. Again, it ain't over till it's over, baby. I don't know if there's any more magic left in the San Jose Sharks tank, but whatever it is, they got to dig deep. They got to find it, man, because, I mean, where's the passion? Where's the pride, man? Like, don't roll over and just let... It's the mistakes. Like, the Sharks are beating themselves right now. I mean, McDavid's absolutely handling them. But horrible line changes, terrible turnovers in the defensive zone, giving up the freaking puck for odd man rushes or breakaway opportunities while you're on the power play. This is the last game of the homestand here, and I was just thinking this the other night, like, man, the Sharks better not start to choke now because, I mean, it's not the last game, pardon me. They play tomorrow night. They play in Anaheim tomorrow night, so yes, it is technically the last game of the homestand, but the final game at home in the season is Saturday night. After that, they finish the rest of the season off on the road, and I was just thinking, like, bro, like, they better not decide now that, like, you know, the games at the tank are starting to, like, you only have a couple left. Let's lose out of the playoff race. I mean, I just don't understand, man. I don't understand. This performance is ridiculous. Like, I knew tonight's game wasn't going to be easy considering that this season, I mean, these numbers are exactly what we've seen all year long when we play this squad. First game, we played them in January. Edmonton won in overtime 4-3. Then in the second game, we played them in February. Sharks won that game 5-4. In March, Edmonton defeated the Sharks 5-3. And right now, the score is 5-2. So all that to say that this is the score, like the scoreboard, you know, goals allowed or, you know, goals scored, whatever. This was expected. These were some high-scoring games all series long. I was just hoping that the Sharks would be not on the receiving end of that goal lamp, right? So, damn. Let's react to the comments here. Well, at least it's been fun to watch. A future Hall of Famer put together a game like this. Too bad he plays for the other team. Yeah. Facts. For real, man. I mean, it's not over yet. Maybe Celebrini has a hat trick. Who knows? But speaking of which, he has a puck. The Sharks, they need a goal. They need at least one goal here, man, before they get into this freaking second intermission. Here comes Celebrini now. He has support Colin Graff. The girl Mac line is out there. Nick Leddy at the point. Sends it back to behind the goal line. Graff is there. He sends it to Celebrini. Celebrini has two guys carrying him. He needs some support. Here comes Smith. Oilers are able to clear the puck, get a little help from the ref because it gets stuck in the skates. Nonetheless, here comes Celebrini, weaving it, gets into the offensive zone. Rushing off, shoots it, saved by Ingram. Less than 3 minutes remaining in this second period. All right, here come the Sharks out of their own zone. Wenberg across the board, 3-on-2. Hurry up. That shot goes right to the body. I like what you're thinking there, Chief Keef, but I would prefer a little bit more on target. Here come the Oilers. Shot attempt goes off of Ferraro. Puck bounces up and out of play. Looked like it was tipped out of play, so I don't know if that faceoff is going to be outside the zone or if it's going to occur to the left side of Nettie. But damn, what a game. What a freaking display of offensive excellence by McDavid, dude. That guy absolutely stole this game right now. So far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me make sure my count's correct. He has 3 goals, 1, 2, and 2 assists. 5-point night. If the score remains the same by the end of regulation, undoubtedly he's the first star of the game. Undoubtedly. And yes, Nedeljkovic absolutely needs some help, bro. He needs help, like desperately needs help. Defense is not doing him any favors. Poor Letty. Of the 5 goals against, 2 were even strength, 3 were on the power play. And he's looking at a .706 save percentage right now. Look at what you've done to my boy. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. We'll turn up the music here during the TV timeout. Fun. All right. All right, face-off won by the Oilers in the Sharks zone. Battling behind the goal line is Ferraro. Supporting him is Ostapchuk. Edmonton wins that battle and sends the puck to the point. Back to the face-off circle. Edmonton Oilers are cycling that puck. Shot goes wide left. Edmonton holding the zone and the offensive pressure. Shot goes wide right, but they maintain possession. Deking through players. It's Edmonton. Ferraro now battling along the boards. Ostapchuk gets control of the puck, clears the zone. Edmonton quickly enters right back into the offensive zone. Ferraro looks like he's gassed. Sharks are just trying to survive this offensive attack, trying to survive the final 70 seconds of this period. Score prediction? Well, first, I hope the bleeding stops. First, I just hope that the Sharks could give Nedeljkovic some freaking support defensively. Offensively, I hope that we could get the freaking puck to the net more often. Sharks are taking shots, but a lot of them are not connecting to the, they're not getting on target. My score prediction: 6-5 San Jose. I don't know, man. I just don't want to see any more goals against to be 100. If I keep it 100, I don't want to see any more goals against. Here come the Sharks. We just need one before this period is over, baby. Colin Graff tries to connect Celebrini. Final 40 seconds. Sharks trying to get something on the board before we go into the locker room. Nice one time by Desharnais and Connor Ingram. Great positioning. Looks like that puck went to the logo of his jersey anyway, so. But as I said at the beginning of this live stream, fam, it ain't over till it's over. So Sharks might have a 4-goal period. Likely, I don't know, but woo! What a freaking second period, bro. That was insane. That was insane. Edmonton put 3 goals on the scoreboard in that second frame. McDavid gets a freaking hat trick. Come on, Sharks. Make something happen. Come on, Celebrini. On net, on target. Oh, Ingram waffle boards Celebrini's shot away. That's it for that period, baby. That is it. Damn, that right there was tough. I think the Sharks are hearing the trumpets get louder and louder, fam. Damn. All right. I'm going to distress here a little bit. I'm going to put up the music. Let's take it to a different genre here. Let's try to keep it chill. I wonder, not that like it's any indication of how, like to say that like Nedeljkovic has been playing, right? But I wonder if Askarov is going to be put into the net for this final frame just to give Ned some relief, because that's tough, man. It's absolutely tough. So we'll see what happens. All right. We're going to get ready for our intermission report. Not too much to report for Sharks fans, unfortunately, but we will do our diligence here and we'll go over the stats. But I'm going to chill here real quick, and let the music just play. Let the music play. Reset. Recalibrate. San Jose Sharks, bro. Their season is hanging on a thread right now, bro. Sad shark. Sad shark means, baby. Got shoulder sharky out. Got the chain out. Not doing too much for us tonight, but it ain't over. We got 20 more minutes remaining here in this game. So once again, I'm just gonna turn up the music for a little bit. Probably stress eat, and then come back and we'll chill and talk till one more time. Yeah, for real. Let's highlight that comment. Yeah, I never count my boys out. But at the same token, this isn't just any game. We need this game to stay alive in the playoffs. Or in the hunt, rather. Alright, so I'll take a quick step aside. It's intermission time. Time to get my snack on. I'll be right back, alright? All right. I appreciate the kind words from everybody in the Edmonton fan base. I really hope that the Sharks will squeak in there too. It ain't over till it's over, and even if this result remains, the way it looks right now, um, who knows? Still got some opportunities to perhaps just get in there. So, not the best period of the whole season for the San Jose Sharks. Defensively, special teams. I mean, damn, that was brutal to watch. So what's up? Yeah, from Pensacola, Florida. Let's go Sharks, is there? So that was all Edmonton Oilers. There's a saying that a lot of people like to recite, regurgitate, with however you want to say it here in San Jose Sharks territory, and that's saying that Macklin Celebrini is pretty much the San Jose Sharks. Well, that's what it feels like tonight for the Edmonton Oilers. Essentially, it was all Connor McDavid, bro. That period was insane. So, it was a respectable first period. If you're joining us here a little bit late, the San Jose Sharks were trailing 2-1, but that second period, bro, I mean, it looked like, it was going to go a little back and forth, but McDavid had a hand on every single goal in that second period, in lieu of a freaking hat trick, by the way. So, Jack Roslovic got his 21st goal of the season. By the way, that guy keeps getting keeps getting breakaway opportunities. It's insane. That made it 3-1, 3 minutes and 33 seconds into the second period. And, you've been hearing me say it here often, but essentially that goal happened off of a horrible line change. Sharks were trying to do a line change while on the penalty kill, and McDavid made them pay for it. He found Roslovic essentially cherry picking, something you might say in the beer league. Right there at the Sharks blue line, McDavid made that pass practically like by his own goal line. And, breakaway opportunity, one-on-one net, he just absolutely buried it. Kiefer Sherwood answered shortly after, about a minute and 5 seconds later. He got his 23rd goal of the season to make it 3-2. Edmonton still had the lead, of course. Then Connor McDavid, bro. 2 goals. So a minute and 23 seconds after Chief Keef's goal, Connor McDavid scores to make it 4-2. Guy absolutely just burns Leddy and Dickinson. Dickinson kind of just caught watching. Leddy just, listen, man, I like you, but you're talking about 2 different tier of players there. McDavid absolutely out, like with his speed and with his power. Just one hand, right hand on the puck, left hand stretched out. Nedeljkovic makes a desperation dives save attempt, which, looking at the replay, maybe was a little unwarranted, but that left the cage wide open for McDavid, who was just a little bit patient and buries it, right? So that was 4-2 Edmonton. 5 minutes and 53 seconds in the second period. A little bit under 10 minutes later, at 14 minutes and 13 seconds, McDavid gets the hat trick with his 47th goal of the year, 3rd of the game. And it's kind of a self-inflicted wound by the San Jose Sharks. Sam Dickinson just, I don't know what you want to call it, man, but absolutely just flops on the clearing attempt, flops on the passing attempt to try. I really don't know what he's trying to do there, but he puts the puck on the stick of Roslovic, who just drop passes it to McDavid. They split Orlov. Orlov's, in the slot, and McDavid just does what he does best, man. He was able to beat Nettie, who got a piece of it, but McDavid and that magic, man, whatever it is, whether it's just the power of that wrist shot or what, but that puck squeaked in, and that's how we got to 5-2. All right. Don't really want to relive that one as much as I have to, but Shots on goal. Let me update my shot clock here. Shots on goal for Edmonton, 19. For the San Jose Sharks, 10. And to break it down, 8 shots on goal by the Oilers in the first period, 11 in that second period. San Jose had 3 in the first, 7 in the second. Not that it really means much as of right now, but in the face-off dot, the San Jose Sharks have won 17 of 33, which makes it 51.5%. Oilers are absolutely perfect on the power play tonight, 3 for 3. Sharks are 1 for 3 after 2 periods. Edmonton is absolutely smashing us tonight, guys. Celebrini picking himself off the ice a couple of times. Our big boys out there, Desharnais and Klingberg, have picking themselves off the ice a couple of times. Edmonton has registered 27 hits after 2 periods. San Jose only 12. So we definitely need to answer back something. Block shots for the Oilers, 6, 10 for the Sharks, 8 giveaways from the Oilers, 14 from San Jose. So rather than dive into the face-off summary, what I would like to do is dive into the giveaways, which is what I like to do often this season. So let's count the giveaways in the defensive zone. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So 7 of the so half of the giveaways occurred in our own defensive zone, and one of them showed up to to give McDavid that hat trick goal. So we gotta clean up our play in our own zone, boys. Come on. All right. Moving down the box score here in the game stats after 2 periods. Takeaways from Edmonton, 2, 4 for San Jose. Just going to go over the standings for those of us who want to know where we're at. And I'll share this with you guys on the screen. All right, so you can see right here, guys, this game is absolutely crucial to San Jose Sharks. If the score remains the way it is right now, our playoff chances are dropping to 9%. Damn. As I mentioned at the top of the broadcast during our face-off countdown show, the Kings are in our way. We need this win. If we were to get this win, it's not over yet. We got 20 more minutes of regulation to go. But if we could find a way to pull this one off, I believe we would leapfrog over the Kings. We have a game in hand on them. All right, so that's what's up. And as far as Nashville goes, they're holding down that spot, but they got 4 games remaining. The Sharks will have 5 after tonight. So, there's still a chance. But as you can see, it's going to be not impossible, but miraculous if we could make it to that second wild card spot after tonight's loss. All right. So I said, absolutely loving your reaction to McDavid's magic. I'm happy to watch McDavid do some amazing stuff all year. Yeah, I'll be real with you. Whenever I go to the tank to catch the games against the Oilers, which I like to do often, he's always a player that I'm pointing out to my spouse, and just a quick little just sharing a little background on me. My first ever game I ever attended to in person was Oilers versus Sharks. Back in those days, they used to have ties, so the game ended 1-1. But yeah, I was hooked. So I always enjoy when these two teams get together. Just a season ago, I believe, we put on a season or two ago, we put on a heck of a performance to end like our 10 or 11 game losing streak. The tanking years are starting to like blur together at this point. And this season, man, I mean, it's like every time we face off against the Oilers, it either starts a win streak for us or begins a losing streak for us. So every time I've seen this team on the calendar, one, I know it's going to be high octane, high scoring, because all the games this season have been that way. But two, it's just kind of a little bit of nostalgia for me. It brings me back to when I first started getting the Sharks hockey. And while we're talking about history lessons, I was a very young man, not so much anymore. I'm about to be 40. My birthday's coming up in a couple of weeks. Hoorah. But when I was like in elementary school in first grade, the San Jose Sharks actually visited my elementary school, and they introduced us to the sport of hockey while wearing rollerblades. So that was pretty cool. It wasn't until like I was like in middle school when socioeconomics were more on our side, and I was able to attend the game. We got a chat saying, "It's not over till it's over. Go Sharks. You can do this." Yep. And you'll hear me say in pre-chat often, it is not over until it's over. So let's hope that the San Jose Sharks and Matt Celebrini, Will Smith, Willem Eklund, John Kleinberg, somebody come through for us tonight. We absolutely need to get back in this game, and we need this dub. Oilers are not looking like they played last night and lost in a 6-5 overtime contest against Utah. That's insane. If you're an Oiler fan, the Edmonton Oilers they're currently in a tie for best in the Pacific Division with the Vegas Golden Knights, and they scored 11 goals in 24-hour span. So stick taps to the fan base out there. All right. We are ready for puck drop here, baby. Once again, we are coming through from the heart of Sharks territory. That is San Jose, California, a.k.a. Shark City. I'm your host, Aaron James. Welcome to this watch-along party with real-time reaction to the action as the San Jose Sharks are taking on the Edmonton Oilers. I don't even know if taking them on is even the appropriate terms now. They're just surviving the Edmonton Oilers. But we still got a chance, baby. Might be wishful thinking, but I think that we can pull through. Ditto. I think so too, man. I think we good. All right, let's do this. Let's do that hockey. Third period is underway, so let's change it up. Boom. All right, we got some passion showing by William Eklund, a little bit of shoving and pushing alongside. Does Eki want to drop the gloves? That would be crazy. All right, let's go Sharks. Come on, baby. My little fire. So 25 shot attempts from the San Jose Sharks. Only 10 of them have reached the net. So, offensively, they've had their chances. They're just not putting it on the crease. Evan Bouchard tries to shoot it. That goes high and off of the plexiglass. Here comes Chief Keefe. He sends it to Alexander Wennberg, who takes it into the offensive zone. Wennberg now drops it to the point for Kleinberg. Kleinberg back to Wenny. Wenny across the ice to Ferraro. That looks like it hit the outside of the post, but that's what you love to see. 2 minutes in. Being an Oilers fan, I subscribe, celebrating absolutely epic player, the new McDavid. Thank you for subscribing. If you guys enjoyed this watch party or enjoyed watching my misery throughout this game, just kidding. Hit that like button. Jason Dickinson. Okay, I don't want to be mean, but when he said injury to Dickinson on the broadcast here, I was like, oh, great. Not our 11th overall pick. Doesn't look serious, though. It looks like Friendly fire. Shot attempt from who's that guy? Connor Murphy, number 5, hit Dickinson of Edmonton. You know, he was just standing in the way of the crease, and that's what happened. So he ended up, feeling the pain of that. Stings, but he's still on the bench, so stick taps. All right, face off outside of the defensive zone of Edmonton, won by Celebrini. Celebrini gives the Orlov on that face-off win, and he elects to dump it in deep. Sharks now forechecking, trying to turn over the puck, trying to get possession of it. Edmonton is able to clear it. Sharks put it briefly back in the zone. Nice takeaway in the neutral zone by San Jose. They're keeping Edmonton back skating. You gotta love that. Oh man, here comes McDavid now. Oh no, that's Nugent Hopkins. My bad. Shot goes off of Nedeljkovic's catcher, his glove. We gotta stop it to play. All right. Come on, baby. All right. Edmonton wins a face-off in the offensive zone. They immediately throw it on the net. That was Emberson with the shot. Ty Emberson's wrist shot is saved by Alex Nedeljkovic. All right. Face-off win by San Jose. Nick Leddy now tries to pass to Michael Misa. That did not connect at all. That went actually behind his skates. So Edmonton's able to recover in the neutral zone and dump it right back down deep. Leddy now sends it to Misa, who gave him support in the trapezoid. Misa now shaking off some, I think that was, I forgot the guy at the breakaway. I cannot say his name for the life of me. All right. Sharks now trying to get some offensive pressure set up, but the Edmonton Oilers just shut that down and they dump it back deep in the Shark zone. Leddy now battling for it. He has support by Dickinson. Dickinson head up on that pass that time. Sends it to Foley. Sharks kind of struggling along the boards to clear it out, and they actually lose possession of it. Edmonton now shot, and Nettie has to glove that down. Absolutely has to glove that down. All right, so the only thing that's helping San Jose right now, my fam, is that we have some games on hand. Come on, baby. Not even 3 minutes yet, so a little bit over more 3 minutes, so. Oh. Oh my gosh. Edmonton is like ridiculous with holding the zone right now. Literally like a lumberjack out there just swinging the wood around, and they're still able to maintain possession. Finally, Sharks are able to clear the zone and they dump it deep. What we need to do is we need to probably consider carrying that puck if we can, because every time we dump it into their zone, it's essentially just giving the Oilers a chance to reset their offensive attack. Here's Nedeljkovic now out of the trapezoid. He gives it to Klingberg. Klingberg gives it to, I don't know who that was, but he gave it right back to Klingberg. Sharks are looking to do a line change, so kind of just back skating, back pedaling into their own zone right now, waiting for that line change to be complete. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. Eki could not get that deep. Let's go. Nice pass by Sherwood. Here comes Winberg. Sharks now looking to set it up. They are nay at the point. He gives it back to Winberg. Oh, one-time attempt by Sherwood in the slot is absolutely fanned on. All right, Sharks back in the offensive zone. You know, Sherwood, Eklund, and Wenberg is probably the best looking line. Oh, gosh. Here's McDavid now skating through Orlov. Had a reset on Desharnais. Good interception by Wenberg. Wenberg has to backpedal because he has pressure. We have to start playing desperate hockey here. Blast it on the freaking net any chance you get. Hope for a lucky bounce. Get dirty. Crash the net and just throw the puck toward the crease. Now's not the time to try to be pretty with it. Come on, boys. 14 minutes remaining here, or a little under 14 minutes remaining here in regulation. Here comes Dickinson to the point. Oh, Smith's opportunity is blocked. Oh, here comes another breakaway for the Oilers. Nedeljkovic steps out of the net. He gets tripped up, loses his goalie stick. Wow. There you go. Come on, Celebrini. Celebrini making a good opportunity. A self pass off of the boards. Ingram just had the angle on that one. There wasn't really much room for Celebrini to advance the puck, let alone room to throw it on the cage. Just a overall good game by the Oilers so far. Okay, here comes Toffoli. Sharks now pressing. That shot gets blocked by Toffoli. Chernishoff now battling for it behind the Edmonton net. Sharks at the point. Send it to the half wall. They're starting to get the memo. Just throw it toward the net. Celebrini now leaves it for Kleinberg. Kleinberg elects to dump it behind the net, but that takes an Edmonton bounce, and now they advance the puck out the zone. Here they come. Shot on net. That's blocked by Kleinberg. All right, here comes Toffoli. Come on, Sharks. Let's go, baby. Toffoli now trying to get a Chernishoff. They're just trying to get through in the zone. I like that they're carrying it now, but there's just hip to hip the Oilers defense is right now, man. All right. About 12 minutes remaining here in regulation. Let's go, Sharks. Come on. Eklund enters his offensive zone. Trying to drive to the net. Try to center to Sherwood. As much as I love them trying to set up Sherwood, I think we need someone else in that slot because he either shoots into a body, completely fans on it, or just is not open for the pass. Come on, boys. Edmonton now setting up offensive pressure, and that's not an understatement, man. It's been pressure all night by the Oilers. Nice, finally putting the body on Orlov. Good job, man. Sherwood now, nice pass. Stretch pass from the zone to Eklund. Eklund gets it deep. He has support from Wenberg. Wenberg looking pretty solid tonight, to be 100 with you. It looks like it's going to be icing. Good. We need this. Wildcard spot is in our hearts, hopes, and in our dreams. We can do it. We still have time to get locked in against the Oilers. Yup. All things considered, the defense is managing, just desperately need to hit a few shots and catch up. And then the last comment, I'm just going through comments right now. 10 shots on goal, very disappointing. I was looking at that too. That's funny you said that. I was just looking at that a couple moments ago, man. Like, that's just not going to do it. Hopefully the next 3 shots on net are like absolute, like missiles, are just laser focused. All right. Looks like the Grill Mac line is out there. Will Smith at the point, throws it toward the net. Like the idea, but it hits traffic. Smith has to recover it by his own blue line. He sends it up to Celebrini, who enters the zone. He drops it for Letty. Letty across Smith. Smith throws it in and hits the post. Damn. All right, let's go Sharks. This number 1 line is putting together the best offensive pressure we've had in a hot minute here. Edmonton now just casually caressing that puck in their own trapezoid. I'm pretty sure they are in no rush to advance the puck out of their zone. The Sharks are kind of starting to bring it. Hand pass, apparently, so we have stoppage and play. Wow, fam. All right, we want to change his music here. Pardon me for leaving on that for so long. Let's see what Epic is about. So while we're all here, why don't y'all let me know where you're coming through from? Let me know, what city you're joining us from. And, consider liking, subscribing, and all that jazz. Appreciate everybody who's been here with our live watch-along party with real-time reaction to the action from the very start of the stream. This has not been, the night that we were all kind of hoping for here. Unfortunately, the San Jose Sharks have a little bit over half of a period to go to try to make it competitive. But nonetheless, I'm here with y'all, and I appreciate y'all here being with me. Welcome back. I think, hey, from Argentina. What's up? We have some Sharks fans from swimming around from international waters over here, man. We had people from Germany, people from Canada. Appreciate you all. Argentina in the house. What we need is some goals at the tank for the boys in Teal. Adam Gaudette in the faceoff circle. He wins it, but it goes Edmonton's way. They blast it from the point right off of the faceoff. Sharks trying to desperately clear it now. Time is pretty much a factor. I don't know if the Sharks are just going to try to survive the rest of this game, or if they're actually going to try to turn it on full out attack. But that doesn't mean much if they can't clear the zone first. So struggling to clear the zone, the Sharks. Adam Gaudette gets possession of a loose puck and skates it to the center ice. Dumps it down deep. Ostapchuk is there. He tried to center it to Gaudette, but it's intercepted. All right, Kleinberg gets possession of it at the point, throws it toward the net, hits a body. Goodrow now looking, he sends it across the ice. Sharks kind of generating some pressure here, but the passes aren't very clean. A check on along the boards behind the goal line allows the puck to get loose. And Edmonton's going to skate up to the neutral zone and dump it deep. All right, here comes Eklund. He has a lot of bodies ahead of him, so he passes it up the boards. Looks like that's Wimberg. He tried to center, but it just edged off of the outside of the net. So the Edmonton Oilers are able to regain possession in their own zone, casually just passing it back and forth and dumping it deep. All right, Sharks now resetting from behind their own goal line. Struggling to get the puck out of zone, turning it over to Nugent Hopkins. He sends it alongside the boards to none other than Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid now sends it back to the goal line. Oilers just kind of having their way. They had this whole lane. For some reason, they're being uncontested along the half wall and the boards there. Sharks finally get possession of it, but a weak pass. Not fully dedicated to exiting the zone. It looked like the Sharks were turning it over, and here come the Oilers once again from their own zone. Drop pass attempt to split the defense is picked off by Desharnais. The Sharks turn over neutral zone, and Oilers dump it deep. Watching from Hollister, been a Sharks fan since I was 9. That's what's up. Got some fans from around the Bay here joining us too. I appreciate you all. Whew. 8 more minutes to go. We got a TV timeout, so let's try to keep this interesting and fun for the rest of this time here. Let me know who is your favorite San Jose Sharks player for all you Sharks fans out there. That could be a player who's on the roster now, or that could be a player who, you know, like a legendary player. You know what I mean? Like a Marlowe or a Thornton. But let me know who is your favorite Sharks player of all time. And feel free to ask questions as well while we're in the TV timeout. So my favorite players, while we do TV timeout and see if I can get this conversation rolling here, is Owen Nolan, Patrick Marleau, Joe Thornton, Yevgeny Nabokov, and right now I'm going to say Michael Misa. I know Celebrini would be an easy choice, but I'm just going to go with the second overall selection from this past draft. I'm really excited to see him, take off, get some more minutes. That'll probably happen next season. I believe on Monday night he was registered skating, was it like 22 miles per hour? But he was registered as being one of the fastest skaters on Monday night. Doesn't surprise me. So since I always liked Owen Nolan. Yep. My first ever video game of EA Sports NHL video game franchise back when I was like in middle school. It was a birthday present that was given to me by my mom, by the way. It was PlayStation. That's how old school it was. PlayStation 1. And I know it came out on 2, but I had a 1, all right? All right, I had Gamecast, all right? Anyways, but yeah, Owen Nolan was on the cover, and that was like the last San Jose Sharks to be on the cover. 2001, NHL 2001. So it says all of them, especially our current roster, like call me basic, but Celebrini, Smith, Eklund, Misa. Not basic at all. It makes sense. You know, these guys are the future. So tough to pick an all-time favorite right now. My favorite is Askarov. It's just so fun to see his come up. I always have to side of the goalie. You know what? I feel you, man. I used to play goalie, and Nabby was the one that inspired me. So I get that like bias to goaltenders. I absolutely get it. All right. So game is on. I want to show some respect to those of you who are watching along for real-time reaction to the action. Sharks are able to carry the puck deep in the zone. Of course, it gets turned over, and here comes the Oilers. Oilers are essentially just trying to kill the clock. That's what it seems like. They're skating it up to the neutral zone and dumping it deep. Has been their strategy this whole time for like at least the last 4 minutes. All right, Letty sends it across to Dickinson. He dumps it deep. Misa recovers it, throws it to the net. Ooh, I like the awareness, Misa. That's the first legitimate chance in a minute for the Sharks. It bounced across the crease. It didn't go on net, so it didn't register as a shot. But that was close. Yeah, it is. It is, bro. Honestly, at this point, the refs will do everybody in the building, including the players, a favor by just holding onto the whistle. You know what I mean? And so maybe Edmonton is just that good. Well, they are battling for number 1 right now. If they win tonight, they will be the leaders in the Pacific. So maybe they just are league-wide. Let me just peek at that real quick. Like I mean, obviously, Colorado Avalanche are. I know everyone wants to talk about the Pacific Division kind of being weak this season. But yeah, league-wide, they're ranked 17 right now. Not too sure I understand the question. But if it's in regard to like maybe winning the Pacific, that's what I was talking about, Pacific Division. All right, baby, here we go. We are in the 15th minute of this period. Eki drives it, try to do a wraparound chance. We registered a shot on goal, baby. All right. Ferraro from the point. Sharks have some offensive pressure. Eklund back Ferraro shoots it. That got tipped by Sherwood, but it goes wide to the right. Let me ask you all a question really quick. Do you think that the Sharks should pull Nedeljkovic? I know it sounds crazy and a little desperate, but do you think that they should pull the goalie or wait till at least try to get one more? I mean, this game is practically all but over. I still believe we have a chance. I'm not going to give up on my boys. But do you think we pull the netminder or we just leave them in there and see if we get some even strength goals? Or, so not even strength, but goals with 5-on-5. But honestly, dude, the turnovers have been killing us. Shots on goal, because the Sharks are taking shots, they're just not landing on the net. But also the physicality, man. I've been saying that all night. Right now, Edmonton has 32 hits. 32 hits. Sharks have 18. So they're absolutely just bullying us out there, man. Absolutely just bullying us, for real. Like I said, a while back ago, Edmonton's playing with purpose tonight. Ooh. All right, so Oilers are keeping the Sharks honest right now, throwing a couple more shots on net. Sam Dickinson just chilling behind the net, waiting for a pass. Here comes Chernishoff with the zone entry. I don't know why he elected to go to the right, because there was at least two other Edmonton defenders there with the one on his hip. Try to go through three skaters isn't the best strategy. I would like to see him just pull the trigger at that point. Edmonton now behind the Sharks net. Centering the attempt gets broken up by Michael Misa, clearing the zone. Chernishoff dumps it. All right, here come the Sharks out of their own zone. About 3 minutes remaining here in regulation or less, depending if you're watching a live stream or the game action tracker. This was a tough game, fam, but I appreciate you all coming through tonight. At this point, I just want to see one more goal for the Sharks. Just something to build upon, because the San Jose Sharks are playing tomorrow night against the Anaheim Ducks. They will be at the Pond, so the Sharks are going to go fly down south, take on the Ducks, and I will be here with all y'all if you choose to return, which will be Jossum, for hopefully a Sharks dub. But nonetheless, we will have some real-time reaction to the action with tomorrow night's watch-along party, as we are about 2 minutes away from this this game being over. And the way the Sharks are skating, the way they're jumping off of the bench onto the ice, the way they're just casually handling the puck, I think they're just waiting for this freaking clock to run out. So, based off of their efforts and their energy right now, I think I'm going to call this one. I would love to see 3 goals in about 2 minutes. I love them to do another NHL record. You know what I mean? But I think these guys, you just tell off their expressions on the bench and on the ice that they just want to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Edmonton just brought it today, guys. You cannot be mad at the Sharks. I mean, you could be upset with some of the ridiculous mistakes. Like I mentioned, the defensive turnovers, the horrible line changes, the giveaways that led to breakaways and all-man rushes while on the power play. But Edmonton makes that happen. It's not like the Sharks did set them up with some premium opportunities, but I don't want to take it away or have that statement take away from the skill that Edmonton has put on display tonight, especially Connor McDavid. My gosh. If the Sharks don't make the playoffs this year, which I've said this in our other live streams, I'm not going to declare that we're in a playoff spot until we officially clinch. And I'm not going to give up on them until the season's officially, until they're officially eliminated. Right? But, and I still won't give up on them. I'll be doing these watch-alongs until the last game of the season. But back to the point is if there's going to be like a turning point or like a moment where we could say, all right, this is where the postseason dreams were laid, put away, laid to rest, we could thank Connor McDavid, man. That was wild. Absolutely wild. For real. Suffocating the Sharks is the best way of saying it. Like a shark out of water, man. That is it. That's all she wrote. Seconds remaining here. But this game is over. Absolutely over. All right. Well, that pretty much sucked. Shit sucked. Damn, that sucked. But it's all good, baby. We still love you, Sharks. Wow. Not the game that we are hoping to witness in Sharks territory. Thank God they play tomorrow. So all we have to do is just, enjoy one more sleep. And we could forget about this effing game and focus on the Anaheim Ducks. It ain't going to get much easier at Anaheim. We stole the last game from these guys, but here's another team that is playing for that top spot in the Pacific Division. I already know what y'all gonna say. Pacific Division is whatever, right? But Edmonton now has 90 points on the season. The Vegas Golden Knights have 88, and Anaheim has 87. Sharks are held at 81 at the moment. So the way the wild card race looks as of right now, even with games on hand, the Sharks are going to have to go on an absolute streak to stay alive, and they do not control their own destiny at this point. They're going to need some help. Good news for the San Jose Sharks is that some of the teams that they need to not gain points in the standings, they will be facing off against. So specifically, the Predators. And only the Predators. Now, the Predators lit us up 2 games in a row by a final score of 6-3, I think, for both of those games. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, 6-3 for both of those games. So we need to handle the freaking Canucks. They're absolutely last, but you never know. We got the Ducks tomorrow, the Canucks on Saturday, back at the tank. Tomorrow, the Sharks go down, like I said, to SoCal to take on the Ducks. And then the Predators on Monday in Nashville. The Sharks will finish the regular season off on the road. So they play in Nashville, Chicago, and then Winnipeg. So have to handle the Ducks tomorrow night. have to handle the last-ranked Canucks on Saturday at the Tank, and then the tall task of not only having to try to defeat the Predators and take a game from them, but trying to win back-to-back nights because they will end the season on a Wednesday and Thursday night back-to-back in Chicago, then Winnipeg. So thank you all very much. I don't blame you if you want to call it a night. I'm about to do the same. Final score here in San Jose. Edmonton Oilers defeat the San Jose Sharks by a final score of 5-2. It was all Connor McDavid. Macklin Celebrini got the first goal of the game on the first shot, and it looked like we had ourselves quite the contest to look forward to. But boy, oh boy, did the Edmonton Oilers freaking rain on our parade and our party and our plans tonight. But it's all good. I'll see you all here. Same Shark time, same Shark channel. San Jose Sharks are taking on the Anaheim Ducks tomorrow night. That is going to be a, 7 o'clock face-off schedule? Yep. So again, same Shark time, same Shark channel. I'm Aaron James with real-time reaction to the lack of action on San Jose's side. Thank you all for joining me for this premium live stream brought to you by Shark City Hockey. Don't forget to follow us, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Check us out on Instagram at Shark City Hockey. And until tomorrow night, y'all have a safe, wonderful rest of your evening. If you're watching us from overseas, rest of your day. And if you're watching, wherever you're watching around the world, I appreciate y'all coming through here to chill and talk till. So that was tough. I'm about to go cry. Just kidding. All right, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Have a good one. Damn, that was horrible. That was horrible.